Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory, yeah. Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring, just want a life that is worth every day exploring,
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring. And I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome everyone to Post Battle Podcast, episode 2. Yes, that countdown, that wonderful countdown, was made by the one and only Mitch Kofsky of the Hardcore Sports Network. So thank you very, very much for that. Thank you to the 3 people that are watching on the network, as well as the 4 people that are watching on my channel. Greatly appreciated. So we just had SmackDown from July 19th, 2024. It was another great episode once again to me. SmackDown is the best show on all week. There's Dynamite is what it is. Yeah, thank you, Mitch. Thank you. Hit that like button. Absolutely. It helps out more than anyone can really know. Yep. Thank you again, Mitch. Thank you. Yeah. So real quick, just because I am getting ready to hit the road and go drive on up to Phillipsburg to see my dad, and I have a golf tournament that I'm going to be in tomorrow. So just real quick, running over the card and what went down tonight on SmackDown. That's why we got started a little bit earlier than 10:20. And I apologize for missing last week, as I was, I'll be honest, I was asleep. I missed SmackDown, and was tucked away and sleeping finally for once, since it's been crazy busy as of late. So, real quick, just to start it out, Cody came out, started things off. It was a great promo. He, called out the Bloodline for what they did to Randy Orton last week. Said that he has Randy's back as Randy had his back, and I think that is gonna push to continuing this Cody and Randy friendship, along with Kevin Owens being in the mix, and then eventually Randy is going to turn on Cody, and then we're going to get Randy and Cody for that WWE Championship, which will be a lot of fun down the line. Terrence Crawford was in attendance. Raw was in Omaha, Nebraska, where Terrence Crawford is from. So that is why he was there. They also promoted his next fight on the same on August 3rd later in the show. When do you think Jimmy Uso's come back? Mitch, I believe he is. I don't know if they advertised it by mistake, but I think he's going to be back next week when you and I do SmackDown. Given that just from within the last week or so, seeing graphics for SmackDown next week. So I don't know if that was by mistake or and if they changed that. They didn't announce Jimmy Uso's return, but he was on a promotional poster for next week's episode. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see if that is when he returns. But Terrence Crawford, his fight on August 3rd was advertised, and then we had Cody. Cody was interrupted during his promo by A-Town Down Under, which they are still holding on strong, and I don't know how they haven't done the split yet there. What's going on, Chad? Thank you for jumping in and stopping by. Appreciated. Yeah, I'm excited. The Bloodline, you got to think as we get closer and closer to SummerSlam, the Bloodline segments and everything about the Bloodline will heat up, and we're gonna get some decent product with the Bloodline and with everything else. Chad is saying what's up to Mitch. What's up, Chad, from Mitch? Yeah. Very active chat for tonight. Thank you, appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. 10 people watching, a couple on Twitter. Thank you. Yeah, so Cody Rhodes was backstage, which led into a segment with him and Nick Aldis saying that he had to find a tag team partner for what we saw in the main event, which was A-Town Down Under against Cody Rhodes, and then what would be Kevin Owens for his tag team partner, who was then eventually taken out by the Bloodline. As Earl stated, everyone who gets close to Cody and offers their help and assistance to Cody has been taken out by the Bloodline. Great opening segment, really hot to kick off with the WWE Champion, and then we get into the opening contest. The WWE Speed Champion, Andrade, defeated Carmelo Hayes in a great opening match. It was no 60-minute Iron Man match of the AEW International Championship the other night on Dynamite, but I mean it was what it was. Very cool to see both these guys on TV. Just wish Carmelo Hayes can start picking up wins as we go along with his young career so far on the main roster. From there, it went into a face-to-face promo with Bayley and Nia Jax ahead of their matchup at SummerSlam. Why they did this in a locker room setting and split screen face-to-face, I don't know. It didn't really do anything for me anyway. It was pretty boring. That was that. And then we got Chelsea Green and a Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill and Piper Niven, a backstage segment that led to Bianca Belair defeating Chelsea Green in what seemed like a 3-minute, if at all 3 minutes, very, very, very quick squash match. Bianca and Jade, I think they're still pushing to get the rematch for the tag team championship against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. They were on screen tonight in a vignette form, which that's the first time in quite some time they've been featured on since winning the tag titles at Clash of the Castle. And then we go from there to the United States Championship contract signing, Logan Paul and LA Knight. Promo back and forth, and then no table for the contract signing, just straight Nick Aldis holding the contract, getting Logan to sign it, and then making it official. Logan is getting better on the mic every single week, and I hope that With when I'm guessing, and I'm picking LA Knight to win. Everyone knows that I'm a Logan Paul fan, but I see him dropping the United States Championship to LA Knight at SummerSlam in Cleveland, and then taking some time off to prepare for um, the final months of the Nina's pregnancy as they welcome and await their first child, which will be here. A daughter will be here in the fall, so Logan can take some time away and not have all the haters cry about him being part time still and this and that. But Logan was born for this. Logan was definitely born for the WWE. That is no doubt about it. So he's getting better every single week, better on the mic, better in the ring, and it is very fun to see him still in the WWE. See him hold that U.S. title for 250 plus days. I wish he could have defended it more, so people would shut up about that, about him only having 2 or 3 title defenses. I mean, it is what it is. That he did what he needed to do with it, and it's got more eyes on the product now because he took the title everywhere. He had it in every episode of Impulsive. Anyone who complains and says that Logan is hurting the product or hurting the WWE, they're an idiot. And they're not really looking at the big picture. So that was the contract signing. So that is official for SummerSlam. LA Knight then goes backstage and has a bump in with Santos Escobar. So that was made official for next week. Other matches were made official later in the night. And then from there, we go into Tiffany Stratton had a vignette/music video put on the screen. And then we had her versus Michin. Michin defeated Tiffany Stratton. So, Mitch, shout out to you if you're still here watching. Michin picked up a win over Tiffany Stratton. With thanks to the women's champion, Bayley took out Nia Jax with Tiffany's briefcase and then destroyed the briefcase, which then led to the distraction from that led to Michin picking up the win. And that which is good to see her getting wins on TV on SmackDown, being used on both NXT and SmackDown, shows the versatility of Michin. I also like that they refer to her as Mia Yim on NXT and then Michin on SmackDown. Very cool to see that. So I will say, with Bayley destroying the briefcase, I think that just is going to lead into Tiffany redesigning her briefcase and having it, like she said at the Money in the Bank, the post press conference, she said that she's going to redesign it, make it pink and carry it around like a purse. Michin absolutely deserves it, no doubt about that, 100%. So the customizing for the briefcases are becoming a thing, with Damian Priest getting the purple one that said El Senor Money in the Bank last year up until he cashed in, and now Tiffany seemingly getting a customized pink Money in the Bank to go with her Sharpay Evans-esque character. So that's a very cool thing to see them be able to customize that as they win and have the achievement of being Mr. or Mrs. Money in the Bank, Miss Money in the Bank. Also made official for next week was Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton versus Michin and Bayley. So tag team match next week. For the women's side, LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. And then a WWE Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match was also made official for next week. The Street Profits versus Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin versus the Bloodline versus Legado del Fantasma versus Pretty Deadly versus the OC. And that is too sweet. I got the Bloodline winning this one and then setting them up to put them on the SummerSlam card. I think with them having more screen time the last couple of weeks than any other tag team, and given that the OC is being very active on NXT and chasing the NXT tag titles versus the main roster tag titles that they've held multiple times. Legado del Fantasma, the two that are going to be representing that group in this match probably are the two that no one knows. So I don't see them winning. Pretty Deadly just returned. But I don't see them winning right away. I think, they have been kind of going back and forth with the Street Profits as they've returned. So I could see Pretty Deadly and the Street Profits having a separate segment where like they are they're the four of them are going at each other, and then spill away from the match. And then, Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin are a very new tag team. So I think the logical choice here for the winner would be the Bloodline to be the number one contenders, and then go on and face DIY, and DIY picking up a win over a group like the Bloodline would be incredible. Johnny Gargano from Cleveland will have that hometown championship match, which will be fantastic for him. He deserves it as well. So I could see them doing that, or giving it. They want to protect what the Bloodline looks so dominant. They don't want to have them lose, even if it's Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. So you could have the Street Profits get that match, given that Dawkins is from Ohio, in the Cincinnati area. So that would be cool. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews, I think, would be a sleeper pick to win this. But that is for next week. And then the main event also advertised. CM Punk returns to Raw this Monday in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then the main event, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens defeated A-Town Down Under, and then they were brutally attacked by the Bloodline, which was incredible. Once again, the Bloodline showing again. Bloodline 2.0, very, very dominant, very, 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 very dominant, very dangerous, and attacking anyone that offers their assistance to Cody. So that is fun, and will only last a little bit longer before Roman Reigns returns and puts a stop to the Tribal Fraud, Solo Sikoa, and the Bloodline 2.0. Like I said, very, very quick rundown of what happened, and briefly going over everything, as I am about to make a 2-hour drive with a buddy of mine to the State College in Phillipsburg area. So that is going to wrap it up for. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be brought up. So I will do a quick scroll through Twitter to see if there's any news that has surfaced since SmackDown has ended. And then that will be that for everything tonight. I mean, Cody, they're taking their time, and it's very, very interesting that Cody is going week to week and getting beaten up by the Bloodline, but also how is that going to affect when Roman returns? Is Roman going to return and be in Cody's corner, and then go to Raw and make amends with Jay first, and then bring Jimmy in? So the Bloodline, again, multiple different aspects to it, multiple different chapters and layers to it, and everything like that. Very, very interesting in what Cody is doing every single week. Just very, very good stuff. SmackDown is remaining at the top of all the weekly shows. Laying out everyone, the entire roster, and I think right now Roman Reigns is the only one that can stop them at this moment. So, trying to look through Twitter and see what is going on. If there's any more news involving SmackDown, let's see. Yeah, nothing really besides Kulo has signed with WWE, which we talked about that earlier. Again, I'm butchering his name. I already know it, but yeah, man, I don't have any other way to say the name than how I'm seeing it. Whatever. So that I think is going to do it for episode 2 of the Post Bell podcast. I will go another 30 something seconds to get an even 20 minutes for the show, but a very, very quick rundown of what happened tonight on SmackDown. Very excited for next week. Very excited to see how the rest of SummerSlam plans itself out, and what else we get on the biggest party of the summer. So this will be up on Spotify later this weekend. I will there's a couple episodes that need to be put up, I believe. The wrestling experience will also be up if it's not already. Episode 71 of my podcast, the Sleeper Sports Media podcast, will be up as well. And that is gonna be that. So I will be back probably Tuesday or Wednesday with a Minecraft stream. And then both days, honestly, live posting Monday Night Raw, of course. And then Thursday, the Full Court Press podcast, and then doing this all again next Friday with my man Mitch, my guy Mitch, for the watch along, and then post spell episode 3 again with Earl Cole. And then we are again 1 week closer to SummerSlam. Also, Monday will be a review podcast of the Jake Paul Mike Perry fight tomorrow night at 9 on the Zone pay-per-view. That's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, I will shorts will be uploaded, of course, daily, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, you know how it goes. So thank you for stopping by and sitting through 20-minute brief episode of the Post Bell podcast for SmackDown. Nick Weitoish of the Hardcore Sports Network and Sleeper Sports Media. I will see you next time. Peace.